Hi and welcome to our program 3 Steps for Inner Peace. This program will be divided into 3 subcategories. The first is identify imbalance. The second one will be release blockages. And the third one will be moving into freedom. So in the first one we'll just recognize how we can see that we are blocked. What's going on? The second one will be more working on it, but focusing more on the energy body, how to release blockages from the energy body. And in the third video, we'll focus more on understanding the mental pattern that are the result that brought to the blockages. So let's start today and understand how we can recognize that we are not balanced. Maybe blockage is too strong to say. It's true, but it's too strong. We are not balanced. We are not in a center. How can we recognize? So first we have to divide between more like crisis mode and just daily stuff that happens. Crisis mode is when we really feel very, very emotional. When we feel suddenly very strong anger, very strong fear, really upset, maybe very anxious. This is more crisis mode, or very strong emotion that runs in our system that usually have an external reason, but could be also internal reason. The second one is more gentle stuff. We might suddenly have a thought that irritates us. Maybe somebody said something that we feel not so comfortable. Maybe suddenly we read something, etc. The first one usually is more difficult to deal with because it's stronger. The second one is easier, so let's work on both of them. Let's start with the stronger one. So something happened to us. We talked to somebody, or we had suddenly a very irritable thought, or something that happened in our life that suddenly a very strong emotion appeared. Yeah. Let's say we're talking about anger. So suddenly we feel a lot of anger inside the system. The first thing to do is to recognize that actually we're very angry at this moment. Now always the reason for the anger, sort of, will be outside. What produced the anger will be outside. Somebody said something, we didn't proceed in the way we wanted with some issue, we feel disappointed, etc. So there is external reason. And the main thing that will change from really moving into suffering or moving into healing is the present moment. Is the actual decision that right now I'm decided to take responsibility and to go inward and to work with the fact that I'm angry and to transform this emotion from being really destructive into just feeling comfortable. So how can we do it? The answer is always the present moment. We must recognize that we are blocked. We must recognize that right now there is a very uncomfortable situation that I'm dealing with inside myself, and I'm choosing to take responsibility and to transform it. For that, we must have to take a very clear decision. That's what I'm going to do now. So in that moment, I'm stopping projecting my being, my mind, to the cause of the anger. Let's say it's somebody said something. So I'm stop focusing on that person and I'm moving inward. Right now, I'm dealing with the result of the anger, of this powerful emotion, the damage that it did in my system. How do I feel? So I can start to report to myself, being present with what I feel, and say, okay, I feel very strong emotion of anger. Maybe I feel it in my chest, maybe in my abdomen, maybe I feel a lot of heat going up to my face. This is on the emotional level. My mind is very busy and very occupied with the situation. Maybe my breathing is faster, etc. I'm recognizing what's going on in my system. This is the first step. Only doing that, making a conscious decision from dealing with the anger in a way of projecting it outside, versus moving inward and paying attention how I'm doing with myself right now, this already will create healing, major healing. So once we are very focused and understanding what to do with ourselves, in that moment, the healing takes place. And now let's move into the more mundane, the daily stuff that happens. So let's say we deal now with fear, okay? And we have a tendency to be frightened, let's say from height, or let's say if somebody drive very fast. So let's say you're going with your partner in your car, and suddenly your partner did a very unexpected movement with the car, and you feel fear in your system. What do you do with that? So the first reaction is, don't do it. You drive like crazy. Maybe he didn't drive like crazy, maybe he drove okay, but for you it was like crazy. So immediately there is projection of fear and anger towards him, but say, no, I'm taking responsibility. It doesn't mean I'm not going to express my feeling to my partner, say, you know, when you drive like this, it makes me fearful. Could you please drive slower? Could you please don't do it because it's difficult for me? Yeah, so he knows to respect your feeling and your state of being. But I take responsibility also for how I feel, and I say, okay, right now there's a lot of fear inside me, and I'm gonna deal with it. So exactly the same. I'm being present with how I'm doing. How am I doing right now? I feel maybe suddenly all my energy going down. I feel that I'm shaky. I feel that my heart beats faster, etc. My mind is not relaxed, and I'm choosing to take care of myself right now and to move inward and to be present with what I feel. I breathe, I pay attention, and then the energy will start to shift. This is a bit strong situation, but could be something even milder than that. Yeah, I might only read something in the newspaper, and I see that, oops, actually, this person is looking like that, and I'm looking like that. So maybe I saw somebody that I think, oh, they look amazing, and I think that actually I don't look very well. And then this feeling, oh, I don't look very well, I don't like myself so much, comes in. So many times during the day we don't really report to ourselves that actually in this moment I don't feel very comfortable. I just feel a little bit something tight in my system. So again, the way to deal with it is to pay attention. To pay attention. I don't feel very well right now. And when we don't feel very well, we start to be a bit aggressive or a bit impatient and a bit like not feeling comfortable and not reacting very well to the outside world and to ourselves. This is like a sign for us. I have to do something inward in order to feel better. And then we apply again the same system of being present, choosing to feel better, reporting to ourselves how we're doing right now, and allow the energy to start to transform. When we work like this, there's a good chance that we'll feel much better during the day. And if we don't feel very well, it doesn't matter. We have the tools to come back to center so we can proceed with our life, with our daily life, feeling better. What I recommend is to do a daily practice as well. Because many times only waking up in the morning, maybe we had a bad night's sleep. Maybe the mind starts to think about what's happening in the day and some stuff that we're about to do we don't looking forward to do. So it will be a good idea to do some practice in the morning so we can really see how we're doing right now. And if we do recognize some heaviness, some discomfort, we start to work with ourselves and we calm ourselves and we bring ourselves back to the present moment, to a state of relaxation and feeling comfortable. So let's say you can do one practice in the morning, and you can do another practice sometime in the afternoon or before going to bed. So twice a day, you schedule a time that you check in inward to see how you're doing, and you bring back your system into balance. So this is what I would like to say in this video. What I recommend that until the next video, you practice that. If you want, you are very welcome to send me an email that if you feel comfortable we can share among all the people that wanted to be on this program and wanted to work with themselves. We can exchange some ideas, how we're doing. Maybe we'll open a blog so we can be more online and sharing stuff, and I'll update you. So until the next time, have a lovely time, good practice, and lots of fun.